we made some very big moves in the last few years. So, for example, we combined our entire communications and marketing function into one organisation under one senior vice president. Now, I know many companies probably have a lot of elements of marketing and communications in one organisation, but, we moved everything, public affairs, all moved into the one. And I think that that's actually given that senior vice president real strength, a real voice at the senior leadership level within a very large organisation. I think, I sit on our UK and Ireland management team. We don't have a board per se, but on our management team. And I have as strong a voice as our head of sales or our head of finance. And I think, we've got a seat at the table. You have to give your marketing leader a seat at the table. Many marketing leaders are capable of delivering a lot of value to the business beyond the realms of their day job. It's just a function of chief executives figuring out that it's the right thing to do and putting them in a position where they can actually, stretch those muscles. So social media is a very interesting one, and let me talk about it in two parts. So the first part is how you use it as part of a proactive marketing activity, so how marketers are using it. And we integrate it into everything we do, and I'll give you an example. So last week we ran a big summit. It was run in London. It had a whole lot, like 240 people attending face-to-face. We had about 180 people who were unable to attend because we didn't have space for them, so we were oversubscribed. We live streamed the whole thing. We engaged via Twitter, and we used a social aggregator tool in order to pull everything together, the live stream feed, the tweets going on, all of the rest of it, blog entries, so that actually you could be there and have a really engaged experience, because it was a summit, so it was a discussion forum. It wasn't just a bunch of presentations or speeches, but you could be almost as active and almost as engaged remotely. And social media enables us to do that. So I think it enables us to reach a lot more people, but you just have to fully integrate it into the marketing mix. But I think the other piece is also very important, which is you have to empower and equip and enable your employees to participate in social media. You have to trust them to do it. And so, the idea of banning Facebook, preventing Facebook or Twitter access from workplace PCs seems to be very counterproductive to me. So we actively encourage all of our employees to engage in social media. We have to trust that they will be sensible in how they do it. But I think it's giving us a lot of value and a lot of benefit. A lot of our metrics are qualitative, not quantitative, traditionally. Qualitative doesn't quite cut it with the CFO. And so, we have to look out there to see what's available to help us. There's a raft of really useful analytic tools that can get you to much more quantitative answers. The application of marketing automation to a lot of your activity in terms of demand generation and customer interaction, again, gives you very, very measurable details at every point in the journey in the relationship with the customer. And so, at the end of the day, it's technology. We apply technology, we can get more absolute answers, we can provide evidence and facts to the CFO, and on that basis have a much stronger business case. You will never be senior enough in a marketing role to not have to roll your sleeves up and figure out why the coffee didn't arrive at the event or whatever it might be. Anybody who reaches the dizzy heights of a fancy job title, CMO, Vice President of Marketing, who thinks that the days of rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty are past them, are sadly deluded. And I think that's probably the most salient. And by the way, you've got to be willing to do it. And I think that's the single most important thing. You can be the most brilliant strategic thinker on the planet, but actually marketing is an active, not passive thing, and we need to be able to get our hands dirty still.